check this shit out right here. Look at this. This shit's heavy too. Earned it. 13.1 miles, right? I'm here to discuss 13.1 miles. How the fuck did I run it? And I only practiced twice. I ran 9 miles one time right here around where I live, and I got my ass kicked. But the second time, I was just running the treadmill in the gym. Didn't prepare for this at all. I don't know how I made it across that finish line in 2 hours and 12 minutes, but I did it. So I wanted to come on here and discuss that event. It was by far the most challenging event that I've ever did in my life. And in my mind, I killed that shit. I did kill that shit because I wanted to stop so many times. I wanted to give up. I wanted to, there was so many times that I passed by the water stations and I didn't even grab water. I was just like, that's a weakness, that's a weakness. It wasn't until I hit like 9 miles where I'm like, all right, I need to stop by these freaking water stations and fucking get some water and some electrolytes, because I was fucking tired. I was burnt. But so how this came about, you know, it was a team thing. I went with 3 other members, and that was dope. Like, we did it as a team Guerrero Fitness, and we came in there and with the goal to do all of our first half marathons, and it was an amazing experience. It was something that I definitely want to do again next year. None of the other guys want to do it, but I want to do it. I want to challenge myself again next year, and I'm gonna do it. You know, the tickets are already on sale, and I'm gonna do it. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the whole marathon, the 26 miles, or if I'm gonna just do another 13.1. 26 miles. At that time, I'll be 37. I can do it. I just gotta fucking I gotta prepare now. Start running more. But I'm drinking some coffee, some fire ass coffee. I need coffee every day, some type of stimulant. But so this event was insane, right? So it started off, I ran the first 4 miles smooth. Like, I was just fucking cruising. The first 4 miles, I was flying. I remember I kept just like flying. Like, I just felt so good the first 4 or 5 miles. After 4 miles is when I started feeling it. I was like, oh shit, all right, I gotta pace myself. Because in the first 4 miles, I was running pretty fast. You know, I was feeling good. I felt like I could go the whole way smooth at the same pace, going like fast, slow, depending on how big the crowd was around me. And around 4 miles, it was like, oh shit, I felt it, right? So I paced myself a little bit slower, and I cruised another 2 miles. Once I hit that 6 mile mark and we were on the pier, this was all in Long Beach. Let me remind you, this is in Long Beach, the Long Beach Half Marathon. Let me remind you, at 6 miles, it was like you're running the whole stretch of the boardwalk on Long Beach. And I used to run that when I lived in Long Beach. I used to run it from one end to the other end. So I already knew what I had in store. And right there, you're running on all cement. There's a lot of sand. It was real crowded because there was so many people. And that whole stretch just got me. I had already lost track of where I was. They would have signs like, this is where you're at. Boom. I had already lost track. I hadn't seen a sign, so I was just like, fuck, this is gonna be a long stretch. And right there is where it got me, right? I was tired. I was just like, fuck. They didn't have any water stations right there, so I had to run from one stretch all the way to the next stretch. At that point, I had to use the restroom. I had to pee. I was just like, fuck, I gotta piss. And it was getting uncomfortable, like to the point where it was like, damn, should I stop and pee? Like, I'm gonna have to. I didn't. I ended up going the whole way, you know, and just from about 6 miles on all the way up to 13 miles, I had to pee. And that was like always right there in the back of my head, like, stop and pee. And I didn't. So I kept going forward. So between 6 and 9 miles, I just got my fucking ass kicked. I slowed down, kind of just like even at a fucking, I was just dragging. It wasn't until I finished that long boardwalk in Long Beach and I hit that curve and I seen water and electrolytes. I drank them, and then there was a bigger crowd. So boom, I caught my second win. I knew the whole time that I was gonna catch a second win. I just didn't know when it was gonna come. That second win does exist. If people say, that second win doesn't exist, it does exist. Like, there is a second win when you're running these, in my case, 13.1 marathon. There is a second win. You are gonna hit a point where you drag. For me and for my buddies, it's like, all right, there's a point where you slow down a bit, and then you catch that second win and you just fucking finish it, right? So from about 8-9 miles all the way down to the finish line, like, I picked up a second win, and then that last mile, man, mile 12 to 13 I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go all in. Like, I'm gonna put all my chips on the table. I'm just gonna run as fast as I can. And I couldn't. I haven't seen a like, man, this man was maybe 50, 60, 50s or 60s, and he just went and passed me by that last mile, and I'm just like, I can't let this fucking guy pass me by. Like, look at how old he is. And he passed me by. I could not catch up to him. I could not catch up to that man. He was an older gentleman, you know, who knows how many years he'd been doing it, but kudos to him for fucking passing up a young man like me. But overall, the experience was something I feel everybody should experience. You know, it's definitely a mental battle. And, you know, for anybody who's in my situation, who is getting to the point where they're at a point in their life where they want to challenge themselves and continue to see how much more they can bring out of themselves, it's life-changing. And I haven't even done the 26 miles. I can only imagine when I do the 26 miles, how challenging it's gonna be, how much it's gonna change my life to do 26 miles. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. I want to do it. Everything's telling me to do it. Everything inside me is telling me to do it, but that's a huge challenge. 13 and 26, it's like, shit. I would definitely have to pace myself at a slow pace the whole way if I even wanted to. But man, I've been continuing to do my research. Excuse me. I've continued to do my research, and it's been coming up a lot. Just from podcasts I've been listening to. Other guys are doing it. Like, there's guys who don't have no training, who never ran in their life, and it's been coming up a lot. So I think that I take things like that as signs for me to challenge myself and get better. So it ain't until October. You know, I'm not gonna travel far to go do another marathon. I'm not that into it. But if it is local, I'm definitely gonna hop on it and challenge myself. So I have not ran again since that event. I don't plan on it. I do a leg day twice a week, and I fucking smash it. But this right here is well earned. I honestly wish I could wear it every day. It's pretty heavy. Not a lot of people are ready for this challenge, because I know when I posted that I was gonna do it, I got a lot of messages like, all right, what, you're gonna do it, how you gonna do it, like, are you ready? And then I had the other ones who were like, yeah, you got this, that's just easy. So this is for anybody who wants to jump on it. Message me, I'll give you some tips. If you have any questions, let me know, message me. Let's get started. Don't be afraid of a challenge. Let's see how tough you really are. Let's fucking get it. Crazy Fitness out.